Welcome back to Borderline Banter and Brews podcast, the show where we talk about nothing and everything. We have Billy, Aaron, and Tony here. This time, Aaron decided not to flake.
I didn't flake.
But this episode, we're talking anime. You know, everybody loves anime.
Who's anime?
Anime? I thought it was. Isn't it Fanny Mae?
Sally Mae?
We originally had a guest today, but I guess he fell asleep. But it's understandable. It's been a busy week. He's probably joining the podcast in his dreams right now. So
No, they just didn't want to talk to you. Yeah, understandable.
Understandable.
Yeah.
All right, so favorite anime, go.
My all-time favorite anime?
Yeah, number one spot.
Mine's really kind of odd because it's like kind of an outlier because it was one that really like has a special place for me, but it was Future Diary.
Future Diary.
I'm a take Avatar: The Last Airbender as anime, whether you guys like it or not. A very controversial topic, but I also
Americanized.
I don't watch anime. I don't
really.
I really don't watch. This is gonna be, like I'm gonna take the back seat on this one because I watch very little anime, and Billy will attest to this, how hard it is for me to start and finish an anime.
You have started and finished some. Like you finished all of season 1 of let's see. You finished all of Your Lie in April.
Yes.
You finished I think you finished another one of those shows, or those type of anime with me as well. And you finished all of season 1 of Demon Slayer.
No, I watched the first 2 episodes of Demon Slayer. I finished Your Lie in April. Devil Cry?
Devilman
Cry?
Yes, Devilman.
No, not Devil May Cry. Devilman Cry Baby?
Yeah, baby. Yes.
Oh, no, my Cry Baby.
How did you finish Your Lie in April but didn't get through Demon Slayer?
It's different types. You can definitely attest to the genre of the two. Like one is very like up your alley. I want action. I want fighting. Yes. That's the other one is story, just a story. It's like a love story, or it's like some kind of slice of life that'll make you smile or like make you like, I don't know, feel something. Like, don't get me wrong, there are definitely certain parts of Demon Slayer that will definitely get you kind of emotional. I'm not gonna say those parts because there are possible spoilers there, but yeah, there are parts, but you have to get to them, and you don't spend much time with certain characters. Like I will attest, like I watched all of Naruto and Shippuden, and like from Pain Saga on was probably the best part of Naruto Shippuden. And from Pain Saga all the way to the end of Naruto Shippuden was a lot of emotional stuff, and and those are some of the most like impactful parts of Naruto that I remember. Everything that happened before that, I remember here and there, but not as vividly as I remember those. And that's the reason why I attach, and I think Aaron attaches to, if he was to watch an anime, to those kind of, because Your Lie in April, you can attest, it's got some memorable parts into it that it just kind of etched in there.
Yeah, but I know you make me sound like a freaking caveman with no feelings, but I don't just like action. Like I like Demon Slayer because it takes action and it's emotional. Like it's everything, you know. I don't know if I would put it as number one though. I know you guys can't see me. I'm wearing My Hero Academia shirt right now, but I wouldn't put that one as number one either. I think my number one would be Naruto. No, not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Have you watched all of Naruto though? Like, did you finish Naruto?
No, I haven't finished Shippuden. But I enjoy watching Naruto. Like Naruto to me is not like something I have to sit through. Like I enjoy watching it. Same thing for Demon Slayer and same thing for My Hero Academia.
Yeah, My Hero is coming to a close. You know that, right? Same with Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to catch
He's sad
up.
about it.
Yeah. What about you, Tony?
I'm kind of late to the anime phase. I mean, I started with some old ones like the Trigun, Big O.
Yeah.
What was it? Aeon Flux. That was back on
Oh,
MTV.
Aeon Flux. Oh shit!
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So I'm like, I kind of started at a young age, but I kind of like
Dude,
that
that
wasn't a
was
thing
a
to it.
brutal anime.
Yeah. So I guess that since that was like me at a young age, like when I started watching anime like recently, like I kind of like want something darker, very like heavy, like action packed.
Oh,
Was it called Devilman? Was a good one. But I guess the top ones is Demon Slayer for sure. But I won't say it's my favorite until I finish the whole. Once the whole series is completed, then I'll determine. But it's a great show, and the music is amazing. I like it.
oh yeah.
And yeah, the Lesson Murder, of course, is pretty good too. It's one of my favorites, and I want to get a tattoo of that. But it's really like it's debatable if it's an anime or not. But it's like Westerners making it.
Yeah.
But the only anime I can say that I watched more than once is Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter.
So good.
I watched the
It's
whole
so
thing.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird because it's crazy. Like it starts so happy and so joyful, and then it gets very dark towards the end.
Yes, dude. The chimeras here.
Yeah, I was not expecting that the first time I was watching it. I was like, wow, this turned 180. Like this is not what I expected.
Well, I will say that the future diary, it's pretty dark. Like some people don't like it, but I do like it. But it's based on like these 12 people were selected by the god of time, Deus Machina, and he is pitting them against each other in a death game, and the last one living takes over his spot as the god of time. It's 25 episodes long, and it's literally them trying to kill each other. They all have like these special phones that give them certain things, like it's their quote unquote diary. So his was a future diary. So his tells him his future. And it's up to him whether he wants to change it or keep it the way it is. And yeah. I like that anime. I like darker anime as well, but at the same time, like if I was to say like my top 3, it's probably that, Naruto. And the funny thing is Your Lie in April isn't even my favorite of that genre. It was for a while until I watched My Dress Up Darling, and then I kind of fell in love with that anime.
Nice. Actually, like started liking was it Spy Family?
I love Spy Family.
That was pretty funny.
I started rewatching it because I wanted to rewatch the first season because I haven't watched the second season yet. I wanted to catch up on that. I started rewatching first season just the other day, so I'm kind of going through that again.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to say like a feel good anime. Like it's really weird to watch it. And thankfully there's some action parts, but like it's a little different. And I'm like, oh, it's very cute, but it's nice.
It's like a shonen slice of life is what a lot of people would describe it as. Shonen being what Naruto and Dragon Ball and all of that are, and slice of life basically being what you see in Your Lie in April or Kaguya-sama Love is War. It's like those two genres mixed together into one, and it's just so good. Like that first season, I think this is my third watch of the first season, so
I like how you were talking about how you like dark animes. Which in your opinion is the most disturbing anime that you've seen?
I mean, man. Berserk.
Yeah. That's one that comes to mind. Ninja Scrolls was the first one I watched, I believe. I think that's a movie though, anime movie.
Have you seen Goblin Slayer?
Yeah, I told you about it.
Well, yeah, but Tony or Aaron, like,
if you can get past the first episode, it turns into a pretty decent episode. But if you can't get past what happens in like the first like 20 seconds of the first episode, then you're gonna miss out on some pretty good anime going on after that. And the second season just came out.
I saw promos for it, but I just thought it was like a knockoff of Demon Slayer. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, I don't know.
It is definitely not a knockoff of Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Nope. Pretty far from it.
Definitely gonna put that on my list. Then I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah. Again, if you can get past that first 20 seconds.
20 seconds? Wow.
I'm not sorry. 20 minutes. That 20 seconds. That's my bad. Misspoke.
It gets real pretty quick.
It gets real quick. Like shit goes down real fast. I get a disclaimer that I will give everybody. I'm not going to send you into that one blind like I sent myself. I was like, what is this? This looks cool. I'm watching it like, oh my god.
Hey, what? Brandon, you want to watch this?
Actually, hold on, wait. You've seen Berserk though, right?
Yeah.
And you've seen Claymore?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll be fine.
Okay. I just like, am I gonna see like gore? Is like the concept of it? Like I didn't know what to expect. Like, all right, I guess I'll just wing it.
Yeah. If you've seen those, you'll be fine.
All right.
You should. You've already got thick skin for it at this point.
What am I? Who am I?
No, you already
Why
figured
do I like
that out.
Things?
You've already figured that out. Yeah, and the thing is I grew up like I loved Cowboy Bebop growing up. Like that was like one of my that was my like big one because it was honestly I think the reason why I loved it so much was because that intro song just always stuck in my head.
As soon as you said Cowboy Bebop, that song played in my head.
and like it's one of those like I loved it so much, but Trigun was probably, in my opinion, a little better because it was a story that was a continuing. When I was younger, it was easier to follow. But now I've rewatched Cowboy Bebop, and I understand what's going on in the story now. And I like when I was younger, I liked Edward. And now that I'm older, I like Spike. Because I relate to him a lot more than I do Edward.
Did you like the Netflix adaptation for?
I said this last week, but yes, I did like it. Because why? And this is the reason why I liked it. It wasn't that it was bad. It was literally the anime. But live action. It was literally the anime. And I enjoyed the anime, and I was entertained by the show. Therefore, in my opinion, it was good. It entertained me. If I lost interest within the first 5 seconds of episode 1, then I would have been like, yeah, it's not good. Why? Because it didn't do the one thing that television and movies are meant to do, and that's entertain you.
Are you going to watch the live action Avatar, The Last Airbender that's coming out?
Yeah, yes. Well, I will watch it. However, I don't know if y'all saw, but the original writers have pulled out of like helping them with it because Netflix moved away and took away any control that they had of the story.
No, don't tell me that. Oh man,
I didn't even know
so
that.
Good.
I didn't know that they were coming back, like the original writers.
They were in it from the beginning.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they were in it from the beginning, and then recent-ish. They pulled out because Netflix was like, you know what, you have too much control and we don't like that. We want to import this because this works. Wow. Said what says the people who did what they did to The Witcher season 2.
Oh god, but they hired M. Night Shyamalan again. Gonna be what's his name?
The last couple movies from M. Night Shyamalan have been decent.
He's just trying to recuperate from the last Airbender. It was such a flop.
He did Split was a good movie. What else did he do recently? I heard Old was like really messed up. Knock at the Cabin was pretty good.
Daniel has risen from the dead. Heads up. Hey Daniel, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So we're talking anime. Was one of your favorite animes? Since we already talked about that.
Favorite animes of all time?
Yeah, your number
Attack
one.
on Titan's on there, obviously.
The original Naruto. That's your number one?
So the original Naruto or Naruto Shippuden?
The original Naruto. The first
130. The kiddo one. Yeah. Okay.
So you got Attack on Titan, Naruto. See how it's top 3?
We'll say Demon Slayer, honestly.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we were just saying Demon Slayer, too.
Mine were a little bit more out there, I guess.
Billy said High School DxD.
I did not say High School DxD. High School DxD, 7 Mortal Sins, not 7 Deadly Sins. Obviously, it's easy to confuse those two.
It's easy to mistype that in your browser.
The only reason why I know about 7 Mortal Sins is because I was on like Funimation and I was like, oh wait, I've heard about this. All right, so this has got those guys. Okay, so yeah, this is that one I've seen like TikToks and stuff on. And I pulled it up and I was like, where's the guy that I've seen? He's not in here at all. Where is he at? And I looked it up. I was like, oh, the one I'm looking for is 7 Deadly Sins, not 7 Mortal Sins. That's why I was very uncomfortable watching this. Okay. And another weird one, like that I enjoyed, but recently a couple of my friends have come up to me after they've watched it and they were like, yeah, I did not like that, but was Darling in the Franxx? I enjoyed the hell out of that anime. It has a badass intro. Was it a Kiss of Death, I believe? Yeah, badass intro song.
I like the first half of Darling in the Franxx, and then the second half is just it gets really weird and doesn't go anywhere.
It's true. That's true. I can't argue with that. But like that first part, like the first like portion of it, I think it was the part whenever they figured out what was going on, and then yeah, the whole main character in 02.
They finally get together, and you're and then everybody starts.
Yeah.
You know what anime, like the ending took me by surprise? There's an anime that I watched like back when I was in high school, was School Days.
Okay, I know which one. I've never watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, if you know how it ends, I was not expecting that.
I mean, so that's kind of the reason why I wanted you guys to watch Your Lie in April, like specifically Brandon, because I know it's not his brand of anime, that like he wants a little bit more action, whereas this one, Your Lie in April, is not as much action. It's a great story. It's told very well, and it hits you in all of the right places.
Yeah, it's basically was taking me back through high school because I was in orchestra, and when they do all the recitals, I'm like, oh man, this just throws me back to high school when I had to do competitions.
It makes the characters relatable. Like, I would love to relate to Tanjiro. You know, I'd be able to do, like, I don't know, water breathing, like sword style. I'd love to be able to, you know, relate in that case, or relate in the fact that I slay demons as a samurai. I just can't relate to that. But I did play an instrument in high school. I can kind of relate to this situation. I've gone through some turmoil stuff, like some emotional issues that he's going through. I can relate to this. All right. And it's it's kind of like it's one of those animes that I can watch, but once I'm done watching it, I have to take a step back. I have to be like, hold on.
What just happened?
I have to take a step back because I can't just dive right into another one. Whereas I guess when I finished Naruto, I was Shippuden, I was ready to just look for another one and dive right in.
Yeah.
Even though I will say that those last couple of episodes were very good.
Before we keep going, I know our listeners are curious. What instrument did you play, Billy?
I played trombone.
Oh, okay, trombone.
Nice.
Didn't expect that, did you?
No.
What do you think I played?
Saxophone.
Not bad. That's a good guess. I did play that in 4th grade, but it was only for 1 year. But I played piano and viola in high school.
What is Mr. Saxophone?
Yeah, I remember just going to competitions and then doing those blind sight readings.
Yeah,
like you only have like 5 minutes to like learn the sheet and then play it. I mean, and then getting judged by it.
Doing a cold read.
Yeah,
you prepare a piece and then you do a cold read and then you kind of get graded on each.
Yeah,
it's if I remember correctly, it was a 1 through 5, and the closer to 1 it was better.
Yeah, 1 was good.
Yeah. I
don't know what
piece. Remember.
I don't know what piece I performed, but I did get a medal for first place on one of them. Nice. It was exhausting. It was nerve wracking. Like they just give you a sheet and like, all right, play it. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, talking about music. You were talking about stage fright, Brandon. Yeah, try going up on and trying to making sure you remember to play all the notes correctly and read the piece of music in front of you. And it's not a room full of people. It's just you and those judges, and you can't see them, but you know they're there, and you're in a very dark and quiet room, like. But it's hard to. For me, it was always hard to tone out because I know they're right there, and I know if I mess up, there's nobody else in this room that could cover up a mistake.
Yeah,
that's you. Whatever you do, and if you know you made a mistake, Did
Yeah,
you
it was
ever make
show.
a mistake and walk out of that room knowing you made a mistake and you were just so frustrated with yourself because you're like, I know that knocked my score down. That I know that knocked me down pretty like real bad right there.
Bro, but like, so I didn't play any instrument, like per se, but I feel exactly like Jose whenever
There's
I
his name.
public speak. Like, I know I seem like a pretty like easygoing or talkative person, but I'm not. I'm just like this with y'all because I know y'all and I've been knowing y'all for a while. So, but whenever I'm public speaking, I'm like, shoot, like I could feel everybody's eyes on me. Like I forget what I want to say. I started like doubting myself and like anything that I've ever been made fun of, like it just jumps into my head at that moment, and I just like crash and burn. But yeah, it took me a while to even be able to present. Like presenting in university was hard for me.
Yeah, that's pretty tough because I do after a while. I guess in the beginning when I had to do like public speaking, like I will start talking and then somehow I just zone out slowly. I'm like, all right, what? I just lost my train of thought. What am I talking about? Like, am I still speaking? Am I speaking gibberish? Like, I don't know. I just zone out for a second, and thankfully, I think I got better with that.
That's interesting because for me, at least when it came to presenting in front of a class, I never really care because you know that more than half of the people in the class are not paying attention to what you're saying. The only person listening is the professor.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, see, my problem isn't getting up and talking in front of a bunch of people. I can do that. It's staying on topic. Oh wait. Yeah, okay. Let me get back on subject. Somebody asked me a question and we just went on like a 20-minute tangent of what that was going about, and now we're back.
Let me go back
I
5
think.
slides quick.
Now I'm back. Wait, what were we talking about again?
You started talking.
You had
about
a question? Okay.
what coffee you drank that day.
I did. Yeah. Change the subject. Thing just popped into my head. We're going to talk about that now.
For our listeners, there's a reason Billy's in this podcast, and that is why.
I can talk forever.
Yeah. Daniel, so I forgot if I asked you, but I know you like Spy Family, and Tony also mentioned that. So,
okay.
What do y'all like about that anime?
I actually only saw the first few episodes, and I kind of like forgot about it. I started procrastinating watching it. I still got to catch up on that.
You got a whole 2 seasons now.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I only saw like half the season 1, and then I forget what happened because it's so like uppity. Like I guess I'll lose train of thought real quickly, and I just go back to some action anime. But like when I watch it, like it's just so good and so cute and like very wholesome. I guess you can say it's really hard for me to laugh like for shows and movies, but this one made me like shrug a little bit. Like, oh, I like it. Anything that makes me laugh is good.
It's one of those things for me. I think I use the acronym SALTS, not LOL, whenever I'm talking about that because I just smile a little and then stop. That's SALTS.
Yeah,
I mean, it's good, but I'll it's one of those I'll smile a little and then stop. But you gotta admit, whenever Anya does some of the stuff that Anya does in Spy Family, if like I don't know, y'all probably aren't very as far as I am, but yeah, definitely if you get to love Anya and adore Yor and kind of like admire Lloyd, which those are Lloyd Forger's the guy, Yor Forger is the mommy, and Anya is the little girl.
Yeah, Yor's amazing.
No. Hold on. No, I said it right. Yor's mommy.
Lloyd was kind of bland Spy Dad. He wasn't that interesting to me, so I'm like, eh.
He evolves whenever as the show goes on, because you've seen the first couple episodes where he's literally. Well, I guess I shouldn't say anything because I don't think everybody's seen or wants to see what happens in the first couple episodes of Spy Family. But let's just say that he talks about what he does for a living as a spy and why he is the best at what he does. And it makes more sense as to why he's the way he is, but he can't understand why he's doing certain things. Like, if you got to the interview for Anya to get into school, then you would start to see the development and growth of Lloyd Forger.
Yeah, and then become Super Saiyan later on.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. I'm just kidding. I haven't seen that part.
He doesn't spend an entire 3 episodes charging up for Super Saiyan 3. That's for sure. But he did beat Cell. I'm kidding. Cell was not in it.
There was one anime, Billy, that you recommended to me a while ago. It was Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Yeah, I love that anime.
Yeah, it's super funny. It's even funnier dubbed. I rewatched it dubbed. It's way better, in my opinion.
That's one of those anime that is very cutesy, slice of life, and I watch to, like, again, salts. I just spend the entire time smiling a little. Honestly, there are times where I caught myself just smiling like a jackass from ear to ear, just because like there are things that happen between Kaguya and the president that are just like funny, but also super adorable, and it's just like all right, fine. You got me. This is cute. I'm watching it. And it was the same situation. It was one of my first like dives into slice of lifestyle anime. I was like, all right, this is cute. I want to see more stuff like this. And I've watched a handful more. Like I watched one called Gamers, where it was like some kids that were actually like putting together a gaming club at their high school. And they were just trying to recruit people. I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And I was just watching. It was pretty interesting. My Dress Up Darling, really enjoyed that. It was a good story. Never seen it. It's a great one. It's a short anime. I think it's another 25 episodes. One I didn't think I was going to enjoy, but I ended up really enjoying was Quintessential Quintuplets. I actually really enjoyed that one.
Say that 5 times.
Yeah, big title.
Quintessential Quintuplets.
You summoned it.
So, what's the anime that you recommended to Daniel again?
Kaguya-sama Love is War. It follows the main character, which her name is Kaguya, and the president of the student council. And it's basically those two, and the whole anime is a will they, won't they. Like, she likes him, he likes her, but they don't want to admit it, so they're playing a game of love to try to make the other one admit that they love the other one. And it's just a constant, like, mental warfare, and they don't know each other know about it, about the war that they both are playing with each other. They're both playing the same game, and you get to hear both sides of the story. And then there's 2 other people in student council that are there, and they have no idea what is going on and completely oblivious to it. Chica is like best girl, but they're there, and they are literally the comic relief and they're also the like polar opposites of Kaguya and the president. Like the president's very outgoing, well-spoken, and the other guy is very quiet and to himself. And then Kaguya is very like prim and
yeah. She's from a rich family, and he's like from a poor family, where his family's like farmers or whatever. So he has to try really, really hard to get good grades to be on the top. And Kaguya is like, well, I'm rich and naturally talented, so why am I not on top? So there's like this like I don't know battle between them. It's truly funny.
And then you've got Chica. You got Chica, whose family is rich, but she's very out there and adventurous and like easygoing, and she's literally Kaguya's opposite. I don't know. It's a very enjoyable anime. I liked it a lot whenever I watched it when I watched it through the first time. I don't know how far you got into it, but I enjoyed the last little bit that I watched of it. I don't know if there's anything that's come out new, but if you've watched that and you haven't seen My Dress Up Darling, that would be my next suggestion.
Okay.
All right. So what's an anime that may not be like super popular, but you liked it and you enjoyed it?
I can think of 2 for myself. Well, I don't know. Chainsaw Man's popular or not, but I liked it.
Oh, it's so good, and it's very popular.
Yeah, and Parasite was like a short one.
Parasite.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Parasite Maxim? Is that the one?
I think it's just called
So it's
Parasite, but I
called
don't know if it's
Yeah, I think it's
another.
just called Parasite.
Parasite. Okay. The Y.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I think I've seen that one.
that's the one with the creature in his hand or something.
Yep.
Like an
Yep.
alien.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was pretty good.
I mean, honestly, for me, it's my future diary. Like, I've seen like one of the characters, Gasai, in a lot of like memes and like videos and stuff, but pretty much anybody I've ever talked to has never seen it. And I'm like, oh, okay,
Watch it.
well, you should check it out so I can have somebody to talk to about it.
What about you, Daniel?
For me, I would say Devilman Crybaby. I don't know if you guys have heard Netflix one.
Just
I
talking
don't
about
think
that.
it's like I would consider it like a horror kind of genre. I think it's great. It's 10 episodes. I think it's 10 episodes. It's short and sweet. It's a story about the apocalypse. It's really weird. It makes me feel weird, but I love it.
Have you ever seen the anime called Megalobox?
Oh, the boxing one.
No,
I'm thinking of Baki, I think.
Megalobox was like a anime where everybody boxes now with like gear, and this guy he starts boxing like natural, like with no gear, and he's as good as the guys with gear. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't think it's super popular, but it was a pretty good anime.
There's one that I've been meaning to watch. I guess it's like kind of on the because I'd never heard about it, and I've only seen it like mentioned once because I was looking for like kind of a horror type anime, but this one's kind of like following a zombie apocalypse situation. It's called School Live, like school dash live exclamation point, and it's just following that one and Made in Abyss. I've heard pretty good things about Made in Abyss, but not by many people, just by certain people that I've talked to about certain anime. So I was like, oh, okay, so this is a good one. All right, well, I'll add it to the list. So those two
Made
might
of
be.
Abyss. Yeah, I actually did see trailers for that one. actually do want to see that one. Because it was like kids, they travel to what, center to the earth, or they travel somewhere?
Yeah, something like that. I haven't watched it yet, but and I hear it's pretty fucked up. So I was like, I'm in, dude, say less.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty fucked up, and I'm like, all right, that's on my radar. I need to put that on my list.
Oh, so I know you were saying earlier that you were late to the anime scene, and I feel like I was late to the anime scene because I grew up with the same things that you did, like watching like episodes on Adult Swim and Toonami and stuff like that after hours on Cartoon Network, and then I stopped for years, and I mean until I was 27. And all of a sudden I'm like, you know what, I want to just pick this up because I relate to all of the people that I see that are sharing these things, and they keep popping up on things that I like. So obviously they are enjoying things, so there's got to be a reason why they're in my circle. So let's see why. And then I was like, okay, I see why. All right, cool.
Yeah, and now that I'm thinking about it, I remember Death Note was very popular in my high school. See, everyone was talking about that.
whenever we were talking about like the most messed up anime that we'd ever seen before, that one popped up because I wanted to say it because everybody kind of knows about Death Note. Like, you know what this is, you know what's going on. It's kind of fucked up what's happening. Yeah. But it's not near as fucked up as some of the ones that we've mentioned, because Berserk makes it look like a kid's story. Aaron, what about you?
Pokemon. What about me?
What?
He's only seen Avatar: The Airbender.
That's not true. That's not true. See, the thing is I usually go to Aaron for shows like Your Lie in April, or I actually mentioned to him about right after I finished watching My Dress Up Darling. It was one that I mentioned to him. I was like, hey, you liked Your Lie in April, you should watch this one too, dude. Really good.
Yeah, I'm just really bad at actually watching the anime while doing other stuff. Because a lot of the times I'll just have it run in the background but not pay attention to the show, like if I'm watching a show. So you can't really do that with anime. You can't like necessarily leave it running in the background.
Well, you can, but your mind has to be like willing to accept to do two things at once. I don't know if I'm the only one in here that has to overstimulate my brain in order to focus on this one singular task that I need to focus on, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was the only one in here that had to do that. So basically, while working, will have that on, and I'll be watching that while doing like 3 other tasks. And while I'm doing those 3 other tasks, I'm like bouncing back and forth, like, oh. And it'll be one of those situations where something happened, and I'd be like, wait, hold on, and go back 10 seconds, like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
so I don't miss the detail. So I don't miss the detail, like the like fine details. And for me, that's fine for me to be able, if I like caught that, I'm like, oh wait, hold up, and I'm only going back to like go back 10 seconds, and I'm like, okay, all right, cool, I didn't miss it. So, or I didn't miss much if I missed anything.
I would have been like, I need to go back 3 episodes. What I miss?
Yeah, for me, a lot of the times is if I miss something, I backtrack like 5 minutes. But then if I stop watching for 1 or 2 days, then I completely forget what happened, and I get too lazy to like pick it back up again.
That was me this week with Your Lie in April. So I know we've been glazing over it in the past 30 minutes, but we had homework, so we're gonna admit that. We had homework from that last episode. We had some sad homework. We watched Your Lie in
sad homework.
Yeah, I didn't make it all the way through. I only made it out of what, 22 episodes you said?
Yeah, you said 7.
Yeah, I only made it up to episode 7. So
and the thing is you're so close. You're so close, because once you hit that 8, you'll be like, I think once you finish 8 and see like what happens there with the main character, you'll probably be like, all right, I gotta see this through. I gotta know what happens here.
I bet. So yeah, I guess since I didn't complete my homework, I guess I'll punish myself and step out for a little bit while you guys talk about it.
Yeah, we'll
probably sneak in an episode real quick.
For our listeners, if you haven't seen Your Lie in April and you don't want to spoil it, we're gonna talk about it a little bit, so you might want to skip it a little bit. I'll put in a timestamp for y'all to. Yeah. But okay.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah. All right. Just let me know. I'll be back.
Okay, so I rewatched the last 20 freaking minutes of the.
Hold on, wait. Episode. Before you dive into it, I just want to make sure that the other two kind of remember what's going on. Like, when was the last time you saw this, Daniel?
It's been a while.
But you kind of remember the gist of what happened, right?
Yeah. I remember. Yeah, like the main guy, he plays piano.
Yeah,
but I remember the scenes where he's like, he feels like he's underwater and he can't hear the notes or whatever.
Yep.
And the girl is basically like his inspiration, I guess.
Yes and no.
Okay. And then she's sick. And then they make it so obvious what's going to happen. So obvious that you're like, oh, that's not going to happen, right? She's obviously going to be okay in the end.
Yeah.
And what you thought was going to happen was so obvious that it happened. And you're like, wait. Then,
that's really happening. That's kind of what I was telling Brandon about it. Like, even if you know it's going to happen, you're still not prepared enough.
There's like a little bit of hope that you're like, you know what? I think she's going to be okay.
Yes. Why did they milk the hope? Like, why?
Yeah. You remember all of this, Aaron, or
Yeah, no, I remember. But I was just gonna say, I mean, that's life,
Bro, but why? Okay, so
why? That's just
why is it life?
Okay, the issues with his mother, I understand, made me a little bit sad, but the freaking ending pissed me the hell off. Like, if you know that you're gonna die, you're in this situation, why not tell freaking Kosei that you failed something for him? You know, like that pissed me the hell off. I'm like, if I'm running out of time, I'm gonna tell you, like, hey, I'm running out of time. You know, I care about you. Like, I would like pour out the truth, not write a letter once I'm dead. Like that really
Okay.
pissed me
Hey,
off.
hold on. No.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So if tomorrow you knew you were gonna die, you would just go to Talia and be like, "Hey, by the way, I'm dying in 2 months or whatever." You would just do that?
Yes, I would be like, I'm dying. I have a fucking what's it called? The list that you do when you're gonna die. The bucket list. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, I like have this bucket list. Let's do this before I die. Like, take advantage of the time that's left.
So here's my question. Here's my question, though. Do you not think that her bucket list is to see the composer that she saw as a child, who she admired and looked up to, but also saw him fail and go through the things that he was going through on a daily basis because she went to school with him and saw what he was going through? And you don't think that on her bucket list was to get him back on stage doing the thing that he loved?
Oh, but she could have done that while simultaneously telling him that she cared about him.
I mean,
like she didn't have.
Yeah, the thing is she could have told him, but what's it gonna change? She might be dead now, or she might be dead now, and he knew that she loved him, but now he's like, well, we didn't have a relationship or anything, but he did have feelings for her, obviously, but he didn't have anything like outside of the time that he shared and he cherishes. Now, like he can, because also she mentions in the letter that she felt selfish, even like doing what she was doing and whatnot because of Tsubaki, because she knew Tsubaki had feelings for him too, and they were friends. Like, it would have been fucked up for her, in her opinion, if she did be like, hey, Tsubaki, you know Kosei, can you introduce me or what?
Yeah, like
I know you love him, but I know you love him, but I do too. I know you've been neighbors, but I kind of been watching him from afar. Like,
but that's all little details. Like, she's dying. Like, oh my god,
it is
like,
details, but as she's dying, it's the same time. Like, I don't know. I see where you're coming from, but I also think that her opinion is, yeah, I'm dying, but it's best for me to not like try to make him get these feelings for me because I am dying, but to help him get over the things that he is going through, and that will be enough for me.
Yeah, Daniel, what do you think?
I have to rewatch it.
He's like, shit, that was deep. Hold up.
I mean, not to mention that it would change, her telling him would change the relationship completely, because then all he's going to be thinking about is she's going to die, and he's going to treat her completely different.
And like, that's a good point, because look at whenever he found out that she was sick, what did he do? He stopped everything.
Yeah, he started spiraling down like with his mom.
Exactly. And she didn't. That's the literal opposite thing that she wanted happening. She wanted him to do the things that he enjoyed, to do the things that he loved, to do the things that he was born to do, and not to spiral and fall. And
it makes sense, but I put myself in Kosei's shoes, and I'm like, if like he thought that she liked what's his name, Karima or some the soccer player,
the soccer boy, yeah.
Like he, like if she had just told him, hey, I feel this way, like he would have took advantage of that time and not, like it was all for basically like nothing. Like,
I mean,
not
he
for
knew.
Nothing. Yeah,
not Kosei, but his friend knew.
Oh my god!
You know he knew, right? Right from the bat, whenever he said, "Just let her choose."
Yeah.
Because he's literally after every girl that he could see, except for her.
Yeah.
He was the whole anime. Like, you might not have noticed it, but the whole anime, yeah, he was going there, but he wasn't treating her as anything other than like a friend. He was going there as a friend to check up on her. He's going to there as a friend because He didn't want her to be alone. Like, he wasn't going there, and if you look the way that he and her acted with each other throughout the entire thing, they didn't act like they had feelings for each other. They acted like they were friends. They've known each other for a long time. And whenever he was giving the subtle hints, like, just let her choose. Just let her, like, make her decision. You never know. You might actually have more of a chance than you expect. Because obviously, to me, it is foreshadowing, but you don't notice it until after you've watched. And then you're just like, okay, shit. He knew. The only people that didn't know were Tsubaki and Kose. Shit.
Yeah.
And
when
me.
she started collapsing, like I understood. I'm like, fuck. Like, I know what's happening. I know what's coming.
She mentions that she's been anemic pretty much her whole life too.
Yeah. But yeah, I was pretty pissed off at the last note. I took it really like close because I'm that type of person. Like, if you don't tell me something, like, I don't see it. Like, I would have been exactly like Jose. I'd be like, oh, you said you like my friend, so I mean, I ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, I would have been the same way, and that's the reason why, like, whenever I initially watched it, I was like, I relate to this guy because I had a friendship with a girl that I really liked, but I didn't ever want to say that to her because that would have ruined I was afraid that it would have just ruined the friendship that we had, that I cherished, because it was like, we are really good friends. She's like my partner. She's the one that makes me get out of the house and do things that I want to do, but I don't want to do by myself. And she's willing to be like, dude, let's go do that. That sounds awesome. I'm like, fuck.
Wait, there's somebody out there that makes you want to leave the house?
Whenever I was 17, 18, 19, yeah. Her name was Brittany. I think she's a photographer in California now.
Of course, her name would be Brittany.
Why?
All right, I'm gonna tell Tony to come back.
I don't understand.
That's my ex-wife's name.
Okay.
I was
like,
bitch.
It's Brittany, bitch. Have y'all seen those TikToks where it's like, who is it? Right before the part where she's like, it's Brittany, bitch.
Oh yeah, I saw those.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh yeah, that was our take on. I mean, that was more my take. I was pretty pissed off, but I already picked Tony, so we can switch it.
Hold on, before he comes back, the scenes. It's two scenes, and one where he's at, where he is playing with his mom essentially, but it's her spirit there with him. And then the other scene where he's saying, or she's, where what's her name saying farewell, and they're having their final duet, but she's only there in spirit form. You're telling me that did not get you? Oh
no, yeah, it did.
I don't think so. I don't think Brendan has any kind of feelings, to be honest.
Bro, like when he said when towards the end of that part when he was like bye, like I was like fuck. Like no, why did you do this to me, Billy?
Because
I told you, dude. I told you. I was like, these anime are deeper than some of the other anime I've sent your way or you've watched. These anime will hit you in a way that some of those other anime won't. I will say there are parts in Naruto that have hit Naruto Shippuden that have hit me that way. And it's possible for shonen anime to have that kind of depth. But the development that it takes to get there takes a little longer, and you have to be willing to make it. That's the reason why a lot of people love One Piece. And it's like there are moments like that, but it's like 500 episodes in. Damn. When you start getting to those moments.
Once they remake it.
Oh yeah, they did announce a remake. I did see that.
If it's seasonal, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I started watching it. a fraction. Okay, I like a tenth of the way through. I'm a little over 130 episodes in. So I mean, it's like taking a bite of the elephant. You know, one a little bit at a time, and you'll get there. But still,
let's not start that well right now. That's a huge commitment.
Well, I mean, I'm not. That's not one. Like, I genuinely wouldn't throw that at you guys to be like, "Hey, I don't need y'all to watch One Piece." Because don't get me wrong, I'm not going to sit there and say it's a bad anime. It's just a very long anime, and if you haven't been watching it from the beginning, it's gonna take a long time to get there. And I can understand having a passion about a show and wanting other people to watch it because you enjoyed it, so that you can have somebody to talk to, or you can talk to them, or you can be with them on their first time where they experienced this thing. But it's much easier to get somebody to do like 25 episodes and be done with it and see that experience than it is to say, I need you to watch all 1,115 of these episodes.
Okay.
They should make it like a Dragon Ball Z Kai when they're shorting it down to like all the.
I think there is a shorter version. It's like fan made. It's called One Piece.
Yep, it's One Piece. It just cuts out all of the filler, but you have to download it and then like legit download it to your computer and like watch it all. I've seen it, but I also have found a place that actually marks all the episodes that are filler as filler, so I know I can skip this episode. Moving on.
Yeah.
I just want to know why you'll be taking a bite out of Brendan.
Why what?
Obviously, with the.
Why you would be taking a bite out of Brendan.
He's calling me a whale.
Okay, dude. Okay, dude.
But all right, so that was our little anime session. I really enjoyed the anime. If anybody wants to give it a try, it's a good anime. Just have some Kleenex around and some. You're gonna wipe some tears. So
you can find it on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Yeah. I was watching it through Funimation to skip the ads.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Funimation.
You can find it on Funimation, Crunchyroll, or Hulu, I believe.
Right. Well, if any audience have any other recommendations, feel free.
Yeah, leave it a comment on our. We have a Q&A on Spotify. If you want to drop something there, or you can email us on our website. I know, right? They're gonna put that. Oh no, Spotify is really good at. It filters. So like, if there's something negative, they don't let you put it.
Pretty no free speech.
Yeah.
Actually, before we jump off the anime, I have a question. Have any of y'all watched any Jujutsu Kaisen yet?
Season 1 and the movie.
It's almost over. Like, it's coming to a close pretty soon. I think not this season that it's out, but it's out. Like, yeah, the manga's done. Yeah, so I will say it hooked me at episode 2 of the first season, and the second season is already like, from what I've watched of the second season, it's way better in my opinion. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I like the second season more than I've liked the first. That's usually saying something.
How many seasons are there? Oh,
two.
Okay.
2 seasons and a movie. The movie was awesome too. What they did with the movie is they, instead of doing like flashbacks throughout the show, they just did a whole movie that is the past. So you can kind of be like, oh, that's where these people came from, or that's the relationship with these two people. Okay. But if you like some action-packed stuff, just get to episode 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I guarantee you'll want to finish it.
I might give it a try.
Like, yeah, I know it's a big popular anime. I've been hearing that name a lot.
It's good. It's good.
All right, so we can't have Daniel as a guest and not ask him anything about astrology. We want you to give it a try. Try to guess our zodiac sign.
I think I already know most of you.
Yeah, he's been studying us.
He's studying us in secret.
Yeah. Tony was Aaron, I think you were a Cancer, right? And
He
then
sure
Billy,
is
I'm
a
not sure.
Cancer.
I don't know Billy's. Was it Capricorn?
Negative. I'll give you another shot. Go
Virgo?
for it. What?
Was it Virgo?
No.
No, you're in between there.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah,
Not
you're in
quite.
between. You're in between.
Leo?
Nah.
I think you're getting
Oh.
further away now.
Yeah, you're getting further. Yeah.
Try to think of
Has
the
to be
type of
Libra.
person Billy is.
Hey, man, what's that mean, dude? What's that supposed to mean, dude?
I'm just playing. We're borderline banter, so I have to sneak in a little.
Looking like a true Aries. We're talking to
I'm
Well,
not even
Brandon,
an
yeah.
Aries, dude.
no, I meant
Oh,
Talking about
Brandon.
me.
bitch ass Brandon. Yeah. See how much passion. See how passionate I got when he started fucking with me about my son.
Oh, Passion
He's get-
Scorpio.
Yes. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. I knew that hint would be enough.
Yeah, I got it.
I was gonna say
Nice.
like his birthday's around Halloween, but I was gonna give away too easily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, my birthday was on the cusp because they were going to introduce that new zodiac sign or adopt a new one, and it was literally would have moved me out of Scorpio and into it.
It would have moved me into Gemini, and I would rather be dead before being a Gemini.
Damn.
What's wrong with Gemini? What's wrong with Geminis?
Went dark pretty quick.
Everything. What you mean?
Do you have a Gemini X or something?
No, my brother's a Gemini.
Oh shit!
I love Gemini.
Geminis are like the twins or like the two-faced
Yeah.
people.
They're definitely two-faced.
Daniel, so what is wrong with Aries people?
So
Oh.
Aries, they act before they think. Very impetuous. So what else? What else?
They
Oh,
hold
me.
on to grudges for like 15 years.
Actually, a Scorpio.
Oh, he said that Scorpios.
It is Scorpios.
No, I remember. I think we were eating at a work thing, Daniel. I think it was the first time you kind of guessed my sign. But what you said to me that day, I was kind of a little confused because you said you felt I was an Aries because of how talkative I am or something like that. But to be honest with you, like I'm not talkative that often.
He was just trying to tell you to shut the hell up.
Yeah, right.
Like, damn, bro, you're talking too much.
I didn't take the hint. No, but like Aries
think
people
it
were
was
like, how, yeah.
Yeah, like the Aries tend to like I said, they tend to act, right? They're all about action, movement. So maybe it's just that you were taking the initiative to like be in the conversation or to talk first. Maybe I was like, oh, you came to me.
Okay, that's cool. I don't think
Interesting.
of zodiac signs whenever I see people.
I only know like by the like birthdays and stuff. I don't know anything like personality wise.
I can usually tell if I sit down and I start talking to somebody and it's an immediate vibe, it's usually a Pisces.
Yeah. Okay.
For me?
Yeah, I do get like a vibe, like a good vibe, but I forgot who I relate to. I know at one point, I think it changes for me. I don't know because of like the moon phases or whatever, but like I was hanging out with a lot of Virgos for a long time. And then now it just switched like Capricorns and Scorpios and Aries. I don't know, it changes up a little bit.
I looked it up. Like, I think my birthday is like I'm a Scorpio with the moon sign of Pisces or whatever, and like my best like compatibility with somebody to talk to or hang out with is Pisces because they accept my passionate side or whatever.
Scorpio with Pisces moon, so you're double water, so you feel everything.
Yes.
You see, like knowing that is so cool. Like,
Hey Brandon, what's your wife? We can compare Libra and Aries.
Ooh, that's an interesting combination.
Oh,
we
interesting.
do get we do get into some arguments, so maybe that makes
some argument. Aaron, do you want to tell that story?
Oh, did you get in trouble for not the last episode, but the one before it?
Oh, you mean the thing you bring up every like 3 years?
The
Yes.
redhead? No, the redhead situation that you were
No,
talking to
No.
us about.
yeah, no, I was definitely referring to the one, the very first time that I met Brandon.
Hookup bar.
The
Yeah, the
hookah.
hookah.
Bro, she got mad all
Oh,
over
is that-
again.
Is that the one where you guys were trying to hang out and she kept calling Brandon?
Yeah.
I read about that.
He brings it up every like 2 years.
You heard
or
about that?
something. We see it here in the episode.
I'm sorry, but that was the funniest interaction that I've ever seen, like with a couple.
So you're telling me you never done that?
No, I just drop it and let them think they're right.
Can you guess Aaron's from that?
Cancer would do.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point of arguing if you know you're right?
So that they can know that I'm right too, damn it.
I am interested in what you think of a Cancer and an Aquarius.
Aquarius.
So water signs, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and Cancer is water. Water is more emotional, right? More passionate. They feel more. Whereas Aquarius is more. They're less emotional. They're more practical. I know Aquarius is like the philosopher of the zodiac. They're the thinkers. But since she's also a woman, it's a little different.
Oh. Why do you say that? Can you go?
Yeah,
could you elaborate?
Just keep in mind we have a strong female listenership.
That's why I was laughing. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah, I got strong 3 females around. No.
We're about to lose our entire female audience.
Honestly.
No, we're gonna hold on to that 60%.
we'll get a bunch of comments that Brandon himself is going to address all of them.
They're gonna put in the Q&A on our Spotify. Like, you guys are feminists.
Misogynist.
I was gonna say, what's the opposite of a feminist? Not that you
Misogyny.
don't support feminists, but when you support men.
Close-minded as fuck.
I don't know the word in English, but I know it in Spanish.
Yeah, I know in Spanish.
What's in Spanish?
Old-fashioned.
Machista.
Okay, there you go. That has a negative connotation. What's the positive where men support men?
Oh,
doesn't exist.
Bros
That's
before hoes. No, I'm kidding.
bro. We were watching a show, my girlfriend and I, right before this.
Real reason usually.
One of the main characters, his cousin, they're about to go face one of the evil characters in the show, and he's like, "Your family, and wherever you go, I go." And my girlfriend starts making fun of it. I'm like, "Wow, that's such a man thing to do. Wherever you go, I go." And I was just like, "That's just like being loyal." I don't know, but I thought it was such a weird, or it's such a funny stance that she took.
You see, if you were in Aries, you would have been like, "Oh, so if I go here, you ain't gonna go with me."
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of what it said.
Tell me don't roll like that.
the man leads and the woman follows, right?
Not all the time.
Yeah, not in my household.
Like,
not all the time.
We're 50-50. She supports the podcast, so 50-50.
40-60.
He said, "I support this hobby, baby. You got this."
So, Daniel, what do you now that everyone talked about their spouses, Zodiac, what about Leo and Capricorn?
Leo and Capricorn. That could work. Leo is fire, Capricorn is earth. I don't know too much about that combination. I know Capricorns are very high achievers, and Leos are very naturally they're very magnetic. They have really big hearts, really big egos, and they also tend to be successful because they like to show off, right? So they like to be successful to show off their success. So I feel like Leo and Capricorn would be a good combination. I think it depends.
If I was to take a shot in the dark, words of affirmation would probably be her number one love language too.
Words of affirmation. Yeah.
Wow, Brandon, you don't know you
Yeah.
love languages and you're in a relationship? Shame on you.
There are 5.
I'm,
just a heads up.
Yep, there are definitely 5.
Somebody get Talia.
I'm the actions. What is it called? The
Acts of love.
yeah, acts of.
Is it acts of love?
Yeah, should be acts of love. It's like gift giving, words of affirmation, acts of love, spending time, and I can't remember the last one.
I'm pretty sure mine was my top 2 were quality time and words of affirmation.
Yeah, quality time. Okay. Yeah, I think mine was physical and quality time.
Yeah, physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation, the gift giving one.
Oh yeah,
and then there's one more.
Yeah, gift giving, words of affirmation, quality time, touch, and acts of love.
Yep.
Yeah, acts of love. Yep, that's it.
There it is.
Wow, and Brandon's over there quiet, so
he's reading about all of them right now.
I did
trying to read the book.
He's like, wait, there's a test. All right, I can take a test to see which one mine is.
He's gonna be like, I am a INRJ, or what's that?
The Myers-Briggs.
Yeah.
See, the thing is like mine. I was, I think it was campaign manager or something like that, or a diplomat. I was very outgoing, but whenever I took that, I was working at the hotel still, and I am not that person anymore. I guarantee you I am on a different... I haven't taken it in years, and I can guarantee you I'm not... I think it was the ENFJ.
Yeah, it changes as you grow. But going back to working at the hotel, the very first night that I worked at the hotel, there was a big party for a company. They were using the convention center. And this dude, he walks up to the front desk, and he's talking to one of the supervisors, and he's like, "Do you want to see a magic trick, like quote unquote magic trick?" And he's like, "I can guess your birthday and your zodiac sign just from like the last 30 minutes that we've been talking." And he got, I don't know if you remember her, Billy, Rhonda.
Oh God.
He got Rhonda's birthday like dead on right on track. And then he looked at me and he goes, "And you're probably a Cancer, either the last week of June or the first week of July." And he said that it's because he had done over 20,000 interviews for, like candidates at his company, and that he could pinpoint people's personalities like that.
Damn.
But yeah, I was like shocked because he like I said, he was like, "Yeah, you're like last week of June, first week of July," just because of how you've been acting.
Oh, how you've been acting. Okay, I was like, just by looking at you?
Not just from looking at us, but like watching our
mannerisms.
Yeah, from like talking for like 20-30 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about astrology, because I know Daniel is good at that. From my conversation there when we were eating at work.
He just saw the HR papers and saw the date of birth.
By the way, it was ENFP is what mine was. That was a
I thought you were PP.
Mine was an architect, so I'm an INTJ.
I haven't taken that test since high school, probably.
Yeah, it's been a minute. I need to retake it one of these days. Just
probably change
where I'm at again.
I think mine is wrong because I came out as a loctician, but I don't really see myself as that.
An extrovert.
We should do our Harry Potter houses.
Oh, I already know mine. I don't need to even look.
Yeah,
I know mine. I represent. It's on the keychain for years.
I was Hufflepuff, I think.
You're not a Hufflepuff.
No, you're. If I remember correctly, you were not. I remember you were a Gryffindor.
No, I was not Gryffindor.
I'm pretty sure you were. I'm pretty sure you were. You better go look it up.
I'll take it again, but that's what when you send me the link, that's what I got.
I'm a Hufflepuff with a Badger Patronus. I
Bad,
can't be more Hufflepuff than I am.
Billy and I are both Hufflepuffs. You are
You're a
probably
Slytherin. How much you insult me
you are
every
probably a Gryffindor or a Ravenclaw. I don't remember the
Nah, he's
attributes,
not smart
but
enough for Ravenclaw. Come on now, dude.
day.
but yeah, you're not a Hufflepuff.
I love how you just judge me and decide on what I am.
I mean, you decide what I am all the time. I've been getting them messages. It is just you, and it's like the most offensive meme that someone could possibly find on the internet.
No, the recent one, you know what I sent you. Like over there on the
I
toilet
haven't looked at it, but
24/7.
I need to go look at it. But yeah, I just like 90% of the time it's just like this is you, and it's like a guy sleeping at work or something like that.
Or a man on the toilet with a laptop in his lap.
Hey, at least
Always some shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
at least he's putting the work. You know, Brandon's out here. He takes his for like 45-minute bathroom breaks at the beginning of the shift every morning. I'm like,
What lies out there because they may listen and that's not true.
I'm running
So that's where
late.
I'm
He
going.
said I'm running late. Oh, I bet you are, bud.
yeah, glued to that toilet. No, this is what Brandon does. He, quote unquote, takes the kids to school, but really he's at the Whataburger drive-through. And then when he gets back, he gets hit by the runs. So he has to spend.
He's taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start recording my morning drives to prove it.
Please don't. Daniel, what Harry Potter house are you?
I don't know. I don't keep up with Harry Potter. I would say that I feel like I'd be a Ravenclaw.
You could go to the
I'll see
Pottermore
it.
and take the test.
We're gonna take them
I'll do that right
along.
now.
We can save it.
I think the first time I took mines, I was a Ravenclaw, but I took it again. I'm Slytherin.
I've taken it 3 different times because it was hard for me to accept at first that I was a Hufflepuff. And all 3 times I got Hufflepuff, even with me trying to change my answers being clever on certain things. And, well, I was like, fine, I guess I'm a Hufflepuff. And then I bought it, just embraced it.
The test was
It was
like
meant to be.
the fact that you took it 3 times, that makes makes you even more.
Then you do, and then you play like, and then you figure out where like more about Hufflepuff, and I do low key. I'm happy I'm a Hufflepuff. Shit, their common room is right next to the fucking kitchen, dude. You kidding me? Like, hell yeah, dude. Y'all can fight all you want upstairs. I'm down here with these elves who can cook. Let's go. Y'all do your thing. I'm chilling. Y'all want to go to war or whatever? That's fine. I'm going to be here. I'm going to just food that needs to be eaten. And if you're not here, who else is going to eat it? I'm in.
Tony kind of strikes me as a Slytherin. Some of the qualities.
Yeah, not everyone knows me too well.
I haven't seen that side of me.
I mean, dark anime, come on.
What? Parcel tongue? What?
So Daniel, before we close out this episode, I think you know that I'm expecting a second child. And
He's looking for donations now.
No,
Like GoFundMe page. He's gonna make a plug.
He's gonna name the kid after you.
Shameless, dude. Shameless, dude.
no, since you're familiar with the moons, do you believe in that? Like pregnancy or when a baby is born is based off moons?
Yeah, so we all also have the moon sign, right? And the moon sign changes every like 2.5 days. So every 28 days it completes one cycle or whatever. So your sun is when you were like your main sign, right? Everybody knows whenever you're born. Then the moon sign is determined by the position of the moon and what sign was in it at that time, and that also affects your personality.
He's
right?
he's fixing to have an Aquarius son, so that's gonna be, or Aquarius
I already
child.
have
So
I already
he's
have one
doing
Aquarius. My
he's doing
firstborn
February.
was
Yeah.
yeah, he's doing it February 16th. But my
Almost
firstborn is in
Pisces.
the
Yeah,
30th of
almost.
January. So
Okay, almost
um,
to that Pisces, dude.
Make sure she pushes it out. We don't want a Pisces.
Whoa! Yeah! There's nothing wrong with Pisces. I'll defend them.
I
Those
said
are
the
my
whole dude.
homies. Hold
As an
on.
Aries, I don't dislike Pisces, but I feel like they're too sensitive for me. Like Aries, I'll say something like maybe I end up offending Pisces unintentionally just by saying stuff that I think is kind of funny or kind of joking, and I'm like, oh well, that's my bad.
Like, sorry.
okay, but for our listeners, Daniel, what is your sign?
I'm an Aries with the Leo moon and an Aquarius rising.
You just gave it like four zodiac.
That tells you
Well, I
everything you need
That's
to know
mean,
cool.
about.
Two, Brandon. What the heck?
He said an Aries with
I
a
don't know
Leo.
what I don't know what my
Aquarius
rising is, but yeah.
Yeesh.
I think I was a Sagittarius moon, I believe. I can't remember.
I think that's right. You were a Sagittarius moon, and I think your rising was Libra.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds familiar. It's been a while since I've done the rising. So Daniel, I was gonna ask him, like, do you know the next retrograde, Mercury retrograde?
yeah.
I don't, but I can look it up. I think one.
I think last one was in December. I think it ended. I think could be wrong.
So I seen you mention that the retrograde. But in case our listeners don't know, what does it mean when a retrograde is happening?
AKA Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm hiding it as my listeners.
Every time you guys hear, oh, in case our listeners don't know, it means
It's Brandon asking the questions for
yeah.
himself.
I'm gonna listen to it too. So
For our listeners, what is circadian rhythm? We
For
all
our
know.
listeners, what is the Pythagoras theorem? How do I solve that? How do I solve for x?
Square plus b squared
For our
equals b
listeners,
squared.
how would you file your taxes?
Damn, it is that time almost.
Yeah.
Almost. Sheesh. We
I
already
heard
got
you wait,
we already
though.
got ours.
I switched jobs. I gotta wait for 2.
Oof.
So yeah, Daniel, can you explain what the retrograde is? The Mercury retrograde
For Brandon.
for the listeners.
He's also googling it over there.
Isn't that when you go and get a Gatorade from the gas station?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Yep. For sure, dude.
Or what's the
So
Mercury?
I actually looked into what happens is Mercury spins around the sun a lot faster than Earth, right? So
Yeah.
from a certain point, when it passes us, it looks like it's going away from us, and that's when Mercury's in retrograde, right? And basically, it's supposed to affect all things that Mercury rules, like communication, electronics. You're not supposed to like make any big purchases during Mercury retrograde because apparently it's bad. Also, make sure you're very concise with what you say because a lot of things get misinterpreted during Mercury retrograde. And I feel like that's happened on the inbox when we're working. It's like something weird will happen. It's like, oh, well, it's Mercury retrograde. So that's why it happened.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
I do
heard you
agree
say
with that. Yeah, because I do agree with that because I work in IT and my fiance works in IT. Every time during the retrograde, something happens, something breaks. There's always like a lot of miscommunication with teams, and yeah, it's just like a lot of shit show happens during that time, and it just seems like it affects us with a lot in technology for sure.
Suspicious.
So I do back that up because it does. I do believe that.
I do have a question, Daniel. When is the best time to play the lotto then?
Best time to play the lotto?
Yeah.
When you're feeling lucky.
Oh,
When you feel
Right
like
now.
you've got too much money.
he said right now.
Aaron, after you buy a retrograde at the store, has to be a green one.
That's the green one.
The
Don't get me
microwave
started.
retrograde.
Don't get me started, dude. Gatorade flavors.
No,
But
see, a while back I bought. I think this was when like the lotto was like $1 billion.
Ridiculously high.
Yeah, and I bought a ticket at 4 in the morning with 44 minutes and 40 seconds, and I was like, bet I'm gonna win the lotto because I got to 4:44:44, almost
What?
44 seconds, and I did not win jack shit.
Coincidence? Wrong number. If you would have been seventh month, 7th day, 7th hour.
The numerology was not in your favor.
Yeah,
Oh, the wrong number, bud. The odds are with the lottery. The odds are literally never in your favor.
I don't know if anybody knows about numerology, but like I don't know. This is just throwing it out there. Does anybody have a favorite number?
Yes, but mine derives from sports.
what is it?
So mine is 57 because that was my jersey number whenever I played sports ball.
Oh, nice. I think for me it's number 8. I see a
Number
lot of 8s.
Mine is 7, but at the same time I was born in July, so a little
Because
biased.
he's a basic bitch.
There's a person that was born right after Halloween.
And people dress up for my birthday. What do they do for yours?
Nothing, just how I like it. You know, I never had to endure being in a classroom while everybody's saying happy birthday to you.
I'm not in a classroom.
Aaron's low-key that person that really wants the chili staff to sing happy birthday, but he tells everybody not to.
Chili stuff. Yeah, because they used to bring out fucking milkshakes and shit. So hell yeah, I want them to sing me happy birthday as long as you're bringing me out something delicious for free.
You know what? I am telling Talia to take you to a restaurant for your birthday and letting the staff know that it's your birthday.
It's better whenever it's not his birthday, so he can get real embarrassed because he's like pressure. He's like, it's not my birthday, and if he says it's not my birthday, he looks like a jackass, or he makes her look like a jackass, which is even worse.
You know, it'd be perfect because 1, he'd never been there yet, and 2, because they make him ride a saddle, the Texas Roadhouse.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Get on the saddle, boy.
I would pay for Brandon's dinner if he got on the saddle.
Bet, let's go.
He says,
Brandon.
"See, hey, but you have to order the steak because he doesn't know how to, obviously."
Let's
medium
go
well.
to Roadhouse for your birthday, and I'll pay for your dinner.
Bet, let's go.
Hey Daniel, how do you like your steak cook?
The fucking Daddy Warbucks over here.
How do you like your steak, Daniel?
Is that a true question?
Nope.
Yeah.
No, just wondering.
Usually just medium.
Medium well or medium rare?
There's a medium.
There's a medium.
Nah, but he has to lean somewhere.
No, he doesn't have to.
I tell you what, I do like my
He
burgers.
can just be wrong.
Yeah. For my burgers, I do like a medium, but like my steak, I do like it medium rare.
Yeah, I lean medium rare.
Yeah.
Go buy the cow.
It's still cooked, dude. It's seared on both sides.
Yeah, that red stuff that you see, it's not blood. It's a protein that is inside of blood, but it's not itself blood.
You're never gonna call it.
Yeah.
You know how long it took Brandon to grow a mustache, even though I've known him for like 10 years. I kept telling him, you should just grow it out. You should just grow it out. And after 10 years, he finally grew it out.
Just eat some red meat.
Give me 6 years for the medium rare steak.
But he's afraid of a medium rare steak, but he will go and eat sushi.
True.
Yeah. California rolls, not like tuna rolls.
It's crab. It's still fish.
We're not gonna start this argument again. Fish is fish.
I don't care.
Crabs are not fish.
It's still raw seafood.
A crustacean is okay. Where do you see crabs whenever? And do you go to an aquarium or do you go to a zoo?
I don't go to either.
Okay, bitch.
He goes to the flea market.
Okay,
Sees a bunch
how
of
about
fleas.
this? Hypothetically, if you were to actually go there.
Hey, Brandon, you eat oysters, right?
Hell no, I don't eat oysters.
Oh, you
Slurps
don't?
the things down.
Hell no.
You have
But something
been
like
to Hot Shots. What you
lemon
mean?
Tabasco? Yeah.
I go to Hot Shots for the fish and chips or cocktail de camarón.
So he
shrimp
goes
cocktail.
for fish and French fries.
Oh, you're British.
Shrimp
Fish and
cocktail.
chips.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, but he won't get a surf and turf correctly though.
Yes, I will. Medium well. With some shrimp on the side.
Ugh.
I
Medium
think
well.
we should just take a vote and kick Brandon out of the podcast.
Oh, dang.
I own this house. You can't kick me out of it.
Huh. Weird.
No, I'm playing.
Otherwise,
Huh?
I'm pretty sure Billy would say otherwise.
Oh yeah, he owns the server. I own the house. He owns the property, or the what's it called? The
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 land.
the terreno. Yeah, the land. But I think it's a good place to wrap up this episode. I really enjoyed it. I love that we had homework and watch an anime for it, and I also enjoyed Daniel being here. Definitely gonna bring you back for more zodiac readings if you're up for it.
Sure.
I think next for your homework for the next episode is
Medium rare steak.
I was gonna say the Pottermore quiz so that you can, see that you're not a Hufflepuff. But yeah, also eating.
Bro, I'll take it, and I'll post it on our Instagram so everybody can see that I'm a Hufflepuff.
Okay, but do not keep taking it until you get Hufflepuff.
It will flag me and put me as Slytherin if I do that.
You say
He's
that.
gonna have a before and after, and like after still be Hufflepuff.
Now I'll make sure to add you too. Watch, it's gonna be Hufflepuff.
Yeah, after like the 15th try, you're probably gonna go on Google like how to get Hufflepuff and Pottermore.
I'm gonna ask ChatGPT how to tweak the results of a wizard house.
This guy.
But thanks everybody for joining today. I really enjoyed this episode. Don't forget that we have socials. Give us a follow. We have like 20 people right now, so we need some support there. And also give us a listen on our Spotify. I know Daniel is a big supporter, which is one of the reasons that I asked him to join, because I'm like, I know he's down for us, so we're down for him too. But all right, guys, Banter Bros out, and thanks Daniel for getting on.
Yeah, stay safe, stay warm. I know the big weather coming all over the states.
Y'all ready for Texas to shut down again?
Texas shut down 2024.